Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Seattle Seahawks, a realistic, connected franchise. We got to take on the Los Angeles Rams again. It'll be the second time we have faced these guys because they do play in our division, the NFC West. So it's going to come down to this game, potentially, because the NFC West is starting to tighten up a lot, and the Rams are the only team that's beaten us this year, so it'll look good on our part to beat them, split the season series with them. As you see, we are in Los Angeles for this meeting. Jared Goff and company running out to the field. As you see one of the assistant coaches right there talking to Jared Goff and company, and here is a look at the division. They are in 4th place, but they are currently riding a 2-game winning streak along with the 49ers. We are on a 3-game winning streak. Last time we lost, of course, was to the Los Angeles Rams. And you see Seabass and company, it looks like they're going to kick it off to the Los Angeles Rams. And that could be what is about to go down. So we're going to go ahead and kick it off right here. Sebastian Jedikowski, who faced his former team not too long ago, the Oakland Raiders. He's going to kick it off right here. Cooper Kupp, non-returnable. It's a touchback. Jared Goff, who is in year number 3, second year with Sean McVay. Of course, his rookie year played along with Jeff Fisher as the head coach. It's going to be a 3-receiver, 1 tight end set. Todd Gurley in the backfield. And Goff is going to hand it off to Todd Gurley, and he avoids a tackle from Bobby Wagner, but he's brought down by Justin Coleman. And there are the stats for Todd Gurley. Obviously, last week, just under 130 yards, and on the bottom, you could see his season totals, which you would think he was doing a lot better, but surprisingly not. 2-receiver set right here. You got a tight end as well. It's a fullback and a running back motion. And Goff going to throw it to Robert Woods on the run. He's going to be brought down by, it looks like, Barkevius Mingo and Earl Thomas. Goff right there under a little bit of pressure, rolled out to his right and was able to find Robert Woods on that drag route. So Jared Goff right there already feeling the heat. I formation now for Goff. He's going to be under center. Cooks is in motion. And this play could be a run. Yes, it is. Gurley brought down on the play by Bobby Wagner. This is a very important game for the division. Even though the Rams are in 4th place, every divisional game should be taken serious. As you see right here, we're going to have a bunch formation to the right. And right there is Brandon Cooks. Oh, and he gets stripped. Who was in on the strip right there? I think it was KJ Wright. Could be wrong. Who was in on that strip? A good hustle play indeed. Let's see it again. And it was KJ Wright who stripped the football away. I don't know if I made this clear. Maybe I said it in a past video, but Nick Vannett is the second tight end now. I feel like I did say it in a past video. And Rashad Penny gets lit up for a gain of 2. Mr. 2 yards right there. That's fixing to be his new nickname. We come into this game facing one of the toughest defenses we've faced this season. Of course, we faced some good teams, but not all of them had good defenses. Tyler Lockett now trying to get the first down, but he probably comes up short. It's going to be 3rd and 1, just like that. Tyler Lockett, of course, in a contract season, trying to fight for them extra bucks, man, and we'll see if he gets it. And here is Rashad Penny. And he is going to be brought down in a hurry for about a gain of 10. Rashad Penny, he has slowly been getting those carries over guys like J.D. McKissic. He offers a more raw running style. J.D. McKissic more of like a receiving back. They just offer 2 different things. And right there, Doug Baldwin taking a little catch right there against Aqib Talib and turning it into a first down. Pretty close to the marker anyway. And all of a sudden, Seattle trying to get a drive going, man. This is what you want to see. In Seattle, nice little quick throw to Doug Baldwin, only gets 4 yards, but Russell Wilson realizing with Aaron Donald and Ndamukong Suh and Michael Brockers and these boys, you got to get the ball out quickly. And he's finding that out for himself. And that's what he's been doing. Okay, here we go. Run play. Connor Baldwin just blows it up. Rashad Penny just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Now it's 3rd and 6. You don't really have time to sit there and wait for routes to develop. You kind of have to make the quick read when you have that front coming at you. And J.D. McKissic does check into the game. You don't really have time to sit there and make the read. And Ed Dickson gonna catch the ball, and he is now hurt. Ramik Wilson was in on the tackle on Ed Dickson, and that's an important injury because Ed Dickson leads the team in receptions. And now he goes down. Nick Vanett, this is a huge chance for him to step up. Let's see what he can do. And Trey Madden gonna get the ball underneath, and he's gonna pick up the first down. Russell Wilson 5 of 5 on the drive. A lot of quick passes, of course, like we talked about. That's gonna have to be the offense. You're facing this ferocious front. Something's got to give. And we got Chris Carson in the game with our 2 better blocking tight ends, and he only gets about 2 or 3 yards on the game. And broken finger is the injury for Ed Dickson. He has a broken finger, will not return. That is going to hurt. That is going to hurt. And Aqib Talib has been following Doug Baldwin the entire game. And here's Russell Wilson. He's going to have to scramble, and he does scramble. And there's an injury timeout on Aaron Donald, which is not something you see every day. Is Aaron Donald getting hurt? That's not something you always see. And Rashad Penny, they're looking like they're going to motion him out right here. Oh, and Vanett didn't turn around in time to get the ball. It was right behind him, and it's almost like he didn't recognize it. Tipped at the line of scrimmage, and they're going to have to settle for 3. In these rivalry games, you want to go for it. You want to be more aggressive, but I think to start out the game, you definitely take the points, get momentum going, and put pressure on the opposing offense. So that is what Sebastian Janikowski does. That is what this coaching staff decided to do. That is to basically just get the momentum by putting points on the board. Non-returnable Cooper Kupp, just going to allow it to go to the back of the end zone. On the first drive, it looked like the Rams had something promising, but then a fumble by Brandon Cooks kind of changed the game. So anything can happen on these upcoming drives. 3 receivers to the right. Goff gonna hike it. He throws it to Tyler Higbee. He's gonna be brought down by Maurice Alexander. And both quarterbacks have been playing well in this game. Definitely just making quick decisions. But it all comes down to execution at the end of the day. Bunch formation now here for Jared Goff and company. He's going to hand it off to Todd Gurley. Gets hit at the line of scrimmage, but he's brought down by Barkevious Mingo for a gain of 1 yard, supposedly. And Jared Goff again, 3 receivers. And Kupp able to hang on to the ball, takes a hit, and he's able to hang on to it. Nice little combination routes right there. 3 tight end, 1 receiver. Goff looks like he likes something. And he's going to give it to Gurley. Wagner able to come down in there and tackle Todd Gurley for a gain of 2. Gurley 4 rushes for 10 yards. The run defense starting to show themselves. And here we go. Gurley again, another handoff, and he's brought down by Jaron Reed. who has been starting to pick it up the last couple of weeks. Starting to really play better. He's improving over time, and that's what you want from this young Seattle core. And the first quarter is going to end with a 3-0 lead. The Rams have the ball as soon as we get back, and it's 3rd and 8. Here we go, man. 3rd and 8. You got to be smart. And Cup gets it across the middle, and Bobby Wagner meets him there. Just not in time to make the ball come out. Jared Goff and company, they're starting to drive now as they are in the opposition's side of the field, and a big hit right there, which forces Robert Woods to drop the football. Couldn't hang on to it right there. Here we go, man. Trips left to Goff. Shotgun formation. He's going to go ahead and hike it. And he is going to throw it across the middle to Cooper Kupp. He's brought down by KJ Wright. Had a couple of options right there due to the route combinations against the cover 3. Press coverage right here. They're just going to stack the box. Gurley tries to go to the outside, and he's brought down by Bobby Wagner. Todd Gurley just making an instinctive play, which is go to the outside if nothing's up the gut. But Bobby Wagner was just waiting, hoping he would cut back. And now Greg Serlin going to try his shot at a field goal, and he makes it. That was from about 54 yards out. No, actually, hold on. 36. Nope, it was like 53 yards out, potentially. Yeah, 53 yards out. So, a 50-plus yarder for Greg Serlin, and now Russell Wilson and company trying to come back out. They were able to drive on the Rams with ease, but a lot of quick passes is what made the offense go. And Lockett, nice big catch, but he is brought down immediately by Nickel Roby-Coleman for a gain of 4. Lockett, of course, like we mentioned in the contract year, it's very important for him to pick up his game. And it looks like Russell Wilson likes what he sees up front. He's going to change it into a run. And hey, it only picks up 4, but J.D. McKissick brought down by Ramik Wilson. 3rd and 3 now. Russell Wilson going to have to come up with something here. There's Brandon Marshall with his first catch of the game right here. Rumors about him being released from the team. Not really playing as well as they expected him to play, but he's still here. He's just trying his best, man, to get as involved as he can possibly get. And he's had some favorable matchups at times, but it's all about patience, really, with him. He knows he'll get his touches eventually. As you see Rashad Penny right there, a nice run. Picks up about 16. Yeah, the key for Brandon Marshall, of course, he's a veteran. He knows his time will come. His touches will come. No need to rush it. And nice bait right there. He tried to jump the pass, and Penny runs into his own man, but he is brought down after the catch. The linebacker right there had an opportunity to make the interception. He just jumped a little too early because Rashad Penny was able to make the play. And we're looking at a safety blitz. Brandon Marshall. Oh, he comes up short. His knee went down at the 1-yard line. Looked like he had a real opportunity right there to make something happen. Nice identification right there from Russell Wilson. He saw the safety blitz and he stuck with the play. And Rashad Penny gets into the end zone for a touchdown. Good decision making right there. And the offensive line celebrates. And all of a sudden, with the extra point, It's 10-3. Seattle now starting to get all the momentum slowly. Last game, it was very hard for Seattle to score on these guys. It was hard for them to move the football. It was hard for them really to get any good plays going, and right here they've had a couple of nice plays, of course, slowly working their way up the field is something you want to see. 3 tight ends and a wide receiver look right here. Griffin is going to be the wide receiver on Cooks. It's been a favorable matchup for them so far, I guess you could say. And Gurley, he's going to run it, a counter run, and he's brought down by Frank Clark, one of our 2 defensive captains, of course, who has been kind of quiet. He's good against the run. I would like to see the sack production go up, but he's done a solid job up to this point of just being the leader out there. Gurley going to run up the middle against his former teammate Maurice Alexander. He's going to bring him down. Maurice Alexander got a start in the NFL against the Rams. He got his career started, was released. Now he finds himself in Seattle. 3rd and 2 now. And it's going to be a run to Todd Gurley, and he's met by Bobby Wagner again, and he is injured on the play as well. Looks like he's grabbing his shoulder or his sternum. And Sean McVay is looking like he's frustrated. You get to see your best offensive weapon go down, and Lockett's just going to receive it. And a nice return right there from Tyler Lockett, considering he received it inside of his own 5. Something you definitely like to see right there. Brandon Marshall going to step in on this formation for Tyler Lockett. And there's Nick Vannett right there catching the football. Very quick throw. Russell Wilson now has over 100 yards. Tyler Lockett with muscle cramps. Probably look to sit him out this drive. Don't want to risk a further injury. And they look like they're going to stack the box right here. They got 8 guys stacking the box. And Russell Wilson, an incomplete pass right there. He's looking for Brandon Marshall, who, you know, they're starting to target a little bit more than normal. And Russell Wilson looking for his receiver, and he goes down on the play. It was a linebacker blitz. He was kind of focused on what was going on the outside, and now he's got to punt it back to the Rams. Michael Dixon, first time we've seen him today. And he's going to punt it to Cooper Kupp. And a couple of missed tackles right there, brought down by Shaquem Griffin, the one-handed monster who has been playing pretty good in special teams. His brother Shaquille Griffin, of course, the #1 corner on the team. Jared Goff and company, they got to run the 2-minute warning. Good luck. And the first pass is a throwaway from Jared Goff. He did have the mismatch. It was Barkevious Mingo against Cooper Kupp. Surprised he didn't try to find a way to take advantage of that matchup. Now 3 receiver look, a tight end, shotgun. Goff going to go ahead and hike it. And he's going to throw it to Robert Woods, matched up against Griffin. It was tight coverage, just a nice throw from Goff. And they're going to go ahead and go no huddle. 5 DBs in the game, of course, for Seattle. It's one of their standard looks out there. And Kupp again with the catch, brought down by Coleman and Griffin. And a nice little pass to Todd Gurley that was floated over the defense, and Earl Thomas is now going down. By the way, Gurley did check back in the game, of course, if I didn't say that. And Bradley McDougald has to step in for Earl Thomas, who goes down with an injury. Let's see what Seattle defensively can do without him. And Todd Gurley right there, they're going to go ahead and wrap him up very quickly. They're going to use a timeout. Three receivers and one tight end out there on the field. And Higbee gonna get the catch right there. He is brought down very quickly on the play by KJ Wright and company. And Earl Thomas has a shoulder tear, and he is going to be out for the game. So him and Ed Dickson, two important players to what the team likes to do, they are out. Huge stuff right there for the Seattle Seahawks. That could change the game. And Kupp with a big catch right there. He's brought down by Dante Johnson, who has been playing some of that cornerback position in the place of Byron Maxwell, who, you know, was benched a few weeks ago. So it's been hard on him. And an interception for Mo Alexander, who wisely does not come out of the end zone. He thought about it there. And I think Seattle's just going to run the clock out and get this thing in the second half. And even with a stacked box, with a stacked offensive line, like heavy set, they get nothing. Goes to show you how good the Rams front is. And it's a 10-3 score at halftime. The Seahawks will get the football to start things off. And Rashad Penny about 3 or 4 yards deep in his own end zone. And he's going to get to the 30-yard line. Nice return by him. Recently, he's been having some good returns. That's something you want to see from Rashad Penny. Try to impact the game in any particular way. And here we go right here. They're going to go ahead and change the formation. And Baldwin, that's probably his, what, second catch of the game? Or no, his third catch, excuse me. Doug Baldwin. Trying to find ways to get him going. And this has been a game where they really can't run the football. It's been bizarre for these guys. You know, the past number of weeks they've been trying to run the football, but things just haven't gone their way, as Will Dissly gets a nice catch right there. Dissly, who had a good game, and then the emergence of Nick Vannett caused him to get benched, and ever since then, life just hasn't been the same at the tight end position. A nice scramble drill right there, looking for Doug Baldwin, and he gets him for 6 yards. Maybe 7, yeah, because they're going to give him 2nd and 3. Nice little scramble drill right there for sure. And the quick passes have been doing wonders for Seattle. Penny going to take this to the outside, spins back in. He's brought down by Aqib Talib and Connor Barwin. Penny, of course, already with a rushing touchdown in this game, just getting 40 yards on that run. And we may see more of that quick passing game. We have not seen Tyler Lockett yet since the muscle cramps. Remember, Seattle electing to sit him for a bit so he doesn't further risk the injury. So playing without Tyler Lockett, Ed Dickson, and now Earl Thomas on defense, that is a bad look. But we think Jerron Brown will be able to step in just nicely. Nice quick pass to Brown right there. Of course, he was going up against Troy Hill, and man, Jerron Brown goes down with an injury, and that looks nasty. He was brought down very awkwardly by the leg. And Darbo, who we have not seen a whole lot of in this franchise, he is going to have to be the guy to step up. Oh, and almost baited into a pick by Dominique Easley. Not a good look out there. And Darbo, like we said, we haven't seen a whole lot of him this season. In the preseason, of course, he had a very good preseason, but there's a reason he's the 5th receiver on the depth chart. Chris Carson going to get the carry, and he's going to do as much as he can to get 4 yards. And Jerron Brown with a mean ankle sprain. We're just going to keep Darbo out there. We don't want to risk anything. Darbo, who is lined up on the outside. We're going to see what he can do. And Baldwin in the back of the end zone just gets a nice sailor pass. And it's a touchdown. It was man coverage across the board. You have 3 slant routes. Someone's going to get open eventually. Interesting stuff right there from Seattle. And a lot of their offense has to be credited to the quick passing game and mixing it up with a run here or there. I mean, they haven't ran the ball great, aside from a couple of runs and of course the touchdown at the goal line, but they've kept the Rams honest. That front 7 for the Rams has been ferocious all game. Luckily, no sacks up to this point. 2 receiver, 2 tight end set right here. Cooks is in motion. And they're going to throw a quick one to Brandon Cooks, trying to take a page out of Seattle's book with the quick passes, and it's no good. Brandon Cooks gets it knocked away from him. Goff going to go ahead and hike the football. He's got a couple of receivers open. He's going to throw it to Brandon Cooks, who was brought down by Bradley McDougald and Justin Coleman. Cooks, of course, one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, one of the quickest off the line of scrimmage. They need to get him more involved if they want to get on a run. And Cooper Kupp, open for a slight second, knocked away by Dante Johnson, who we already mentioned earlier. He's filling in for Byron Maxwell, who was benched not too long ago. Goff now 3 receivers to the right, and Nazir Jones just blows up that draw play, loses 4 yards. And here we go. Now it's 3 receivers to the left. And Goff taking away the check down right there, and he gets hit by KJ Wright. And a nice effort, get to midfield, but now you got to punt the football. And Penny is just going to let the thing bounce. And it goes into the end zone. Johnny Hecker right there just put a little bit too much on it. But it was a nice punt nonetheless. So Darbo playing in the slot for this play. We'll see what happens. 1st and 10. And J.D. McKissick running wild. The very elusive running back right there. Him and Rashad Penny, of course, huge parts of the run game, huge parts of the offense. And how the offense gets rolling. Very important to the team's success. And Russell Wilson avoids a sack, and he finally goes down for the first sack of the afternoon. It was a matter of time before they just shut down all of the gaps, all of the passing lanes for us to get the ball out to. It was just a matter of time. Rashad Penny now running out there trying to get something going. And he's going to pick up 5 yards right there. Only 7 rushes for him. in the game. Kind of surprising, honestly. I thought he ran it more than that. J.D. McKissic now is going to line up as a receiver. We've seen him do it before, so it's not like unfamiliar territory. And Darbo going to get his first catch right there. And DJ Fluker's now hurt, our right guard, who has been improving this season. But Amara Darbo, it's nice to see him get the football. He's trying to step up in the absence of Tyler Lockett and Jerron Brown. And they're going to throw it to Darbo again. Why not give him more reps? He's going to pick up 4. And that's what we're talking about, man. The quick passing game right here. Just giving their guys an opportunity to make the play in space. And J.D. McKissic now trying to make a play, and he gets about 3 yards on the run right there. And DJ Fluker with an injury risk, it's just best if we keep him out. I hate to be the guy to just continuously keep these guys out, but you have to at this point because you don't want to risk further injury. And now Darbo, that's the 3rd time he's been fed on the drive. And now Brandon Marshall's hurt. That's the 3rd receiver today. But at least Darbo's starting to gain more confidence. Starting to get more catches. Now he's going to see some regular faces. And Wilson, nobody was open. He takes the sack. Connor Barwin is able to get to him. And with Brandon Marshall now hurt, you just don't want to risk further injury. And that's what it's really all about at the end of the day. You're 7-1. Definitely try to win. That is the mindset, of course. As you see Will Dissly catching a 15-yard pass to end the quarter. The mindset, of course, is to win, but you have to think long-term as well. For all the players, and long-term in the year as well. CJ Prosise and J.D. McKissic both coming in as receivers on this play. And Prosise going to get the catch right there. Gets about 7. Luckily, McKissic and Prosise all have experience lining up in the slot, lining up as wide receivers. So it's not unfamiliar territory for those guys. But Doug Baldwin and Darbo are the only 2 healthy receivers on the depth chart. As you see, Chris Carson going to pick up a lot of yards right there. And now he goes down with an injury. The power back Chris Carson goes down with an injury. J.D. McKissic is playing wide receiver number 2 because of all the injuries. Things can get from bad to worse in a hurry. And Russell Wilson's just going to take matters into his own hands and get the rushing touchdown. This offense is depleted. 3 wide receiver injuries, a tight end injury, an offensive line injury, and a running back injury to Chris Carson. A lot of the playmakers on this team are just dropping like flies here in Los Angeles. And of course on defense, the Earl Thomas injury definitely hurts. But the defense has been, the thing that's keeping us in it. And of course, I could allow these guys to return, but we don't want to risk further injury. So we're just going to elect to keep them out. Russell Wilson's probably got to be livid, like, man. I went from coming in this game with 5 healthy receivers down to 2. My 3rd down running back is having to play wide receiver. If we go 5 wide, I have 2 running backs out there. And Barkevious Mingo, in the blink of an eye, coming in on the sack right there, working against the right tackle. Robert Havenstein. Three receivers and a tight end now. Nice sack by Barkevious Mingo, by the way. Goff has more time. Scrambles out. He's going to go down as well by Nazir Jones. Back-to-back sacks from the defense. That's what you like to see. Pressure being applied to the opposing quarterback, especially a guy like Jared Goff, who could just sit there and pick you apart because of how well orchestrated the offense is. And Todd Gurley was able to get open for a slight second. Bradley McDougald is able to come in there and close the gap. And all of a sudden it's 4th and 7. Here we go. If they get this, the game is still in full effect. And what a throw by Jared Goff to Tyler Higbee. That was a big money pass. And now the Rams have a slight chance. I think the clock is their worst enemy. They're going to have to come to the line and start picking plays effectively. They're going to have to come out here and just start picking plays quickly. And a nice throw to Brandon Cooks, and he gets hit by KJ Wright. Jared Goff now at the 200-yard mark for the game. Byron Maxwell now finding his way onto the field. Coming in for a tired player. And Goff feeling the pressure, and he's brought down by a blitzing Bobby Wagner. That's 3 sacks for the defense on the drive. And now it is 2nd and 24. Rams gonna throw the screen pass to Gurley, and he is gonna be brought down by Barkevius Mingo, and Cooper Kupp now goes down with an injury. Not good right there. John Reynolds will step in his place momentarily. 3 receivers on the right side and 1 tight end. They're going to run the draw play, and Nazir Jones is able to clog up that lane. 13 rushing yards for Todd Gurley. Normally they're a top 7 rushing offense. Today they have 25 rushing yards, and what has been an abysmal performance for them. 4th and 16 now. Jared Goff gonna go ahead and hike it. He has a man open. He has a man open. John Reynolds gets flipped by Justin Coleman. If Jared Goff would have looked to the right, he would have seen a wide open receiver who ran to the first down marker. He ran like a deep out route of some sort, the fade out. He had a guy there, but he didn't see him. He took the shot. And Chris Carson is actually going to come back into the game. Good news to see. And he's brought down immediately by Michael Brockers. Back at the line of scrimmage. May have even lost half a yard. It's going to be hard to run the football against this front. And it's pretty much been the theme, man. Both defenses have played well against the run today. And Carson gets about 3 yards maybe. Third and 7. Brandon Marshall and Tyler Lockett, all the boys are back out there after sitting out for a small period of time. Vanett, a nice catch on 3rd down. And in the passing offense, if you look at yardage, Seattle is dead last. It's typically a lot of small passes that go for quick passes that go for good yardage here and there. But this team likes to run the ball a little bit more recently, which is why they've fallen to 32nd in the league. And Rashad Penny finds a way to lose yards right there. 2nd and 12. Two tight end set right here. Lockett. It's going to be the man in motion on this play. And Lockett tries to get the first down. Let's see if he got it. Nope, they're going to rule him down just shy. 3rd and inches. They're going to bring out the big boys for this one. 3rd and inches. They're going to bring in Chris Carson. Bring them out and they shall pick it up. And now the offense just looks like they're in full go. And Baldwin, a nice little zig route, stays in bounds so the clock keeps running. Gaining about 5 or 6 right there on the play. And it's been a great game for Seattle. A well-rounded game for the most part. The quick passing game has definitely been their best friend. Running the ball hasn't always been there, but you got to stick with it. And Penny, let's see if they give him the first down. Yes, they do. And Rashad Penny, to close the game, gets a rushing touchdown. Didn't intend on it to be, but I already saw the clock hit 0. So I was like, screw it, I'm just going to go in. Unrealistic, yeah, but what am I supposed to do? Not get in the end zone? So the game is going to end 31-3. The Rams. Disappointing loss for them at home, as you see McVay throwing his playbook in frustration. It's been a very interesting game. The Rams came into this game as a top 10 rushing offense. They ended with only getting under 30 rushing yards as a team. Jared Goff, though, a nice game, had the interception, however. Yeah, and there's the story of the game. Even the Seahawks, yeah, they had 90 rushing yards, but this was a dominant victory on their part. The quick passes definitely avoided Russell Wilson from getting pressured a whole lot. He did get sacked in the middle of the 3rd quarter, but outside of that, man, they definitely played a good game, that's for sure. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you around for the next episode. Peace.